How can we meet more people during COVID-19? Meet the right person in normal life is already difficult, not to say in pandemic years. COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in many losses of human life, people's jobs, and so many other things. Coronavirus has affected people's life by slowing down the economy of the world. The pandemic has negatively impacted the lives of several peoples in various ways. Many people have died from this pandemic. This pandemic's typical symptoms are fever, cough, cold, breathing issues, and even pains on the bone. Vaccine meant for treating this virus have not yet been discovered because it is a new disease. Coronavirus has affected the everyday life of people. Businesses are no longer running normally. Trade and movements have also changed the way they occur. Even though the coronavirus has negatively impacted many people's lives, it has also played a significant role in changing other essential factors in life. COVID-19 has enabled you to know different people using different ways and platforms. It has allowed some people to interact and know different guys they have always wished to. Under the pandemic, doing speed dating in Hong Kong is difficult, since here we have the policy to limit only 2 people can go out for gathering. What are some of the ways of preventing coronavirus? Always wash your hands frequently using soap and a lot of water or sanitize with an alcohol-based hand rub. Practice social distancing when in public, especially from those individuals who are sneezing and coughing. Always put on your mask anytime you are outside your house. Close your mouth and nose with your elbow when you sneeze or cough. Always seek medical attention when you feel unwell in any way. The coronavirus pandemic is all over in the headlines. A lot of businesses are already taking precautions to minimize the spread of these diseases. They are ensuring there is no exposure and transmission among the workers. Million number of people are working from their homes. Many companies have advised their employees to work remotely. Some of the tips used for a team to telecommute include implementing a work routine. It may be very challenging to work from home than reporting to work. Working from home has so many interferences from every corner, and some people may become restless when they do not socialize with the rest of the workers. You should put aside particular hours to respond to your emails, make conference calls, and even write reports. Maintain work connection. It is straightforward to experience loneliness when you do not work from your respective offices. You can maintain the connection to the office through calling over, sending emails, and maintain contact with your department people through video conferencing. Design work-life boundaries while working from home. You lack clear boundaries, and it is easy to be overwhelmed from both areas. It is quite stressful to think about your work and the house chores at the same time. Inclusive management. Managing a remote team may be expensive for you as a manager. Always keep your workers' records and ensure that they have the right tools to go on with their jobs. Plan for FaceTime with specific people to make them not feel disconnected and encourage them to collaborate, enhancing their performances. Some of how COVID-19 has enabled you to know more people include: this pandemic has made life very difficult and unbearable for some people through social media platforms. Many people are not reporting to the job, and they have to work from home via various social media platforms. People tend to meet strangers through Zoom when discussing maybe work-related issues. In many cases, when people apply for jobs, they may drop their application forms at the secretary desk and lack a chance to have a one-on-one discussion with the bosses. During this pandemic, platforms such as Zoom have offered you the opportunity to get to know big people in organizations. Coronavirus has enabled people to realize the benefits of interacting socially and the importance of keeping their mental health intact despite the situation at hand. Through this, the physical locality is no longer an issue. The old way of networking before the pandemic has changed to the virtual connection. Through social media, the link has been made easier at the comfort of your home. You can quickly develop your networking and practice social distancing at the same time. People can still get jobs through online platforms during this pandemic, which is less time-consuming and affordable. Social media has enabled people to know different leaders have various positions in our country. For instance, before the COVID-19 pandemics were experienced, many people did not know who the Minister of Health was. After visiting various social media platforms to seek information about the virus, they can know different ministers in the country with different roles. When you reach out through the social media platforms to the people on the list compiled, you have to introduce yourself, experience, and skills and how the connection will be beneficial to you. You will contribute and participate in interest and online networking occasions related to your interests as you know people with the same thinking. Holding of conferences during this pandemic. Different people from various places have met to discuss way out about the disease. The holding of conferences has enabled people to interact differently, enabling them to gain new information that may help life. Different ministers meet up for various reasons, and this has made them know each other at least. Conferences have made people with different abilities and behaviors be able to mingle together. It has helped in the creation of friendship among one another. People have exchanged ideas during conferences that they have used later on in their lives. Coronavirus has made different leaders visit different towns to check on the progress made over coronavirus. During these travels, they meet new people and interact in a meaningful way. They visit to take data regarding this pandemic. In a nutshell, every person should be responsible for their health by taking good care of it by observing the COVID-19 rules. You should always wash your hands with soap and a lot of water anytime you are from public places. You should also close your nose and mouth correctly with the face mask. Always remember to cough or sneeze beneath your elbow and maintain social distancing, especially in public areas.